From 1981 to 1987, viewers tuned in to be entertained by the wacky hijinks of the Kiniski family on Gimme a Break. The show centered around Nell Harper, the sharp-witted housekeeper, who helped a widowed police chief, Carl Kiniski, raise his 3 teenage daughters, Katie, Julie, and Sam. Many actors have passed away, but the actresses who brought the energetic Kiniski sisters to life are now grown women in their 50s and 60s, leading fascinating lives beyond Gimme a Break. Find out what Kari Michaelson, Lori Hendler, and Lara Jill Miller are up to today. Number 1. Nell Carter as Nell Harper. Nell Harper was the heart and soul of the series, staying on for all 6 seasons. That's true dedication. Her character, Nell Harper, was a powerhouse. She was smart, resourceful, and full of sass. As the housekeeper and caretaker for the Kiniski family, she managed everything with determination. No challenge was too big for Nell. She was independent and had a voice that could move mountains. Speaking her mind and standing up for herself was just part of her everyday life. Nell's quick thinking and intelligence made her the go-to problem solver in the house. When issues came up, everyone knew Nell had the answers. Throughout her life, Nell Harper, the versatile actress and singer, was best known for her role as the wisecracking housekeeper on Gimme a Break. This iconic role earned her 2 Emmy nominations for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. In 1982, she gained further acclaim by winning an Emmy for her performance in the televised version of the Broadway musical revue Ain't Misbehavin'. Despite facing personal hardships, Carter continued to make guest appearances in several popular TV sitcoms. According to IMDb, she dealt with weight issues, battled severe alcohol and cocaine addictions, from which she recovered, endured 2 divorces, a suicide attempt, multiple miscarriages, bankruptcy, and the loss of a brother to AIDS. She also underwent numerous surgeries following a near-fatal brain aneurysm in 1992. Throughout her adult life, the spirited actress grappled with obesity and diabetes. Nell Harper played by Nell Cart when she was 33 years old. Sadly, on January 23, 2003, Carter collapsed and died at the age of 54 at her home in Beverly Hills. Number 2. Lara Jill Miller as Samantha Kiniski. Samantha Kiniski, or as her friends like to call her, Sam or Sammy, is a delightful mix of maturity and, well, immaturity. Her world revolves around typical teenage concerns, her appearance, her social standing, and all those things that seem so important during those formative years. She's got sass for days, and her witty comments could rival a stand-up comic any day of the week. People would describe her as a mirror, reflecting the challenges and struggles of those tumultuous teenage years. There's that constant tug-of-war between wanting more freedom and the protective embrace of a parent. Her desire for independence often clashes head-on with her strict father, Mr. Kiniski. Lara Jill Miller, born in Allentown, Pennsylvania in 1967, is a prolific voice actress whose talents have brought countless characters to life. Her voice may sound familiar. She's a mainstay in the animation industry. While some may recognize her from her 6-season run as Samantha, the spirited tomboy on the NBC sitcom Gimme a Break, 1981-1987, Miller's true passion lies in voice acting. She began her stage career at a young age, but her impact on animation is undeniable. After briefly pursuing a law degree at Fordham, Miller returned to her entertainment roots. Her diverse vocal talents have breathed life into iconic characters like Lisa Loud in The Loud House, Lambie in Doc McStuffins, and Libby in The Ghost and Molly McGee. She's also lent her voice to numerous other cartoons, video games, and audiobooks. Lara Jill Miller remains active in the entertainment industry, continuing to captivate audiences with her voice acting prowess. Samantha Kiniski played by Lara Jill Miller when she was 14 years old, and now she is 56 years old. Number 3. Kari Michaelson as Katie Kiniski. The Kiniski family wouldn't be complete without their youngest member, Katie. This little firecracker is bursting with curiosity. She's like a walking question mark, always wanting to know how things work and why the world is the way it is. No nook or cranny is safe from her investigation. Everything is a potential adventure. But Katie's more than just a cute kid with boundless energy. Get ready for some laughs. Her innocent perspective mixed with her non-stop curiosity can land her in some pretty funny situations. You'll be chuckling in no time as you see the world through her eyes. There's a deeper side to Katie, though. The show sometimes touches on the fact that she doesn't have her mom around anymore. These moments add a layer of warmth to the story, reminding us of the importance of family and the love that binds them together through thick and thin. It shows how Katie, despite her losses, finds joy and keeps exploring the world with an open heart. After her successful run on the sitcom, Kari transitioned into motivational speaking and has been conducting educational seminars. She also hosted ABC's In the Spotlight. Now at 60 years old, she is the proud mother of a 17-year-old son and is celebrated as a media and video expert. Katie Kaniski played by Kari Michaelson when she was 20 years old, and now she is 63 years old. Number 4. Lori Hendler as Julie Kaniski. Julie Kaniski is the rock of the Kaniski family. In a trio of sisters, she's the sensible one who keeps everyone grounded and acts as a mediator between her father, Sam, and her sisters, Sam and Katie. When disagreements arise, Julie is the voice of reason, using her wisdom and empathy to restore peace and harmony in the household. Among her spirited siblings, Julie stands out for her maturity and sense of responsibility. She excels in her studies, driven by a passion for education and a bright future. Her dedication and hard work serve as an inspiration to those around her, and her love for learning is contagious, reminding us all that knowledge truly is power. Julie is the embodiment of stability and compassion within her family, always ready to lend a helping hand or offer a word of advice. She navigates the complexities of family dynamics with grace and understanding, ensuring that the Kaniski family stays united and strong through life's challenges and triumphs. Virginia native Lori Hendler wasn't your average kid. By the time she landed a role on Gimme a Break in 1981, she already had a few years of acting under her belt. Starting in 1978, Lori had been busy building her resume with parts in various TV shows and movies. There's a cool parallel between Lori and her character Julie on the show. Just like Julie was dedicated to her studies, Lori was clearly serious about honing her acting skills. They were both driven young women in their chosen fields. Before Gimme a Break, Lori appeared in shows with titles like A New Kind of Family and even Magnum P.I. The 80s sitcom was her big break, but Lori's career hasn't slowed down since. Sure, she might not be headlining every show these days, but she's continued to act steadily on television. She's also become a voice-acting pro, lending her talents to characters in popular video game franchises like Saints Row and The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. You might even recognize her voice from more recent projects. She's done guest spots on shows like Charmed, Shameless, and even the superhero series Runaways. Julie Kaniski played by Lori Hendler when she was 16 years old, and now she is 59 years old. Number 5. Dolph Sweet as Chief Carl. Chief Carl's got everyone's back. He's a respected cop, both by his fellow officers and the people in town. But being a cop isn't his only job. At home, he's a fun grandpa to his 3 energetic grandkids. Carl and Nell, their housekeeper, are a great team. They have a warm bond that makes their whole family function. He's more than just her boss. He looks out for her and gives her good advice. Carl can be strict when he needs to be, keeping things under control. But don't let that fool you. He's a softy at heart. You can see his caring side in everything he does. He proves that even in tough jobs, you can still be a good person. A burly guy with a presence to match, he carved out a successful career playing tough characters. Before hitting the stage and screen, Dolph actually aimed for a sports career, wanting to be a football player or a boxer. He even served his country in World War II, navigating B-24 bombers and enduring capture as a prisoner of war. But after the war, Dolph surprised everyone by going to college and getting a master's degree. The acting bug bit him, though, and he took classes while teaching drama himself. He hustled for years, doing small plays while waiting for his big break. That break finally came in his 40s, not on TV, but on the prestigious Broadway stage. He landed a role opposite the legendary Zero Mostel in a play called Rhinoceros. This kick-started his Broadway career, with Dolph appearing in several well-received productions. Television came calling soon after, and Dolph found himself fitting right in with all the cop shows popular at the time. He even dabbled in soap operas, with a stint on the gothic horror soap Dark Shadows. While movies never quite made him a household name, Dolph did get to portray some interesting characters on the big screen, including a turn as J. Edgar Hoover in a miniseries. The 1980s saw him land his most famous role, the lead in the sitcom Gimme a Break. Dolph played a police chief, a perfect fit considering all his cop roles. The show even wrote his passing into the storyline. Dolph Sweet may not have been a superstar, but he was a talented and well-respected character actor who left his mark on both Broadway and television. Chief Carl played by Dolph Sweet when he was 61 years old. Sadly, Sweet died from stomach cancer at Tarzana Hospital in Tarzana, California on May 8, 1985. Number 6. John Hoyt as Grandpa Stanley Kiniski. Don't forget Grandpa Stanley. He's the wise old guy everyone calls great-grandfather in the Kiniski family, but Grandpa Stanley isn't just a walking history book, he's also the family comedian. He's always cracking jokes and making everyone laugh. Think of him as the big, strong tree in the Kiniski's yard. He's got tons of experience under his belt, like the roots of a tree, and he's always happy to share his wisdom with anyone who will listen. His advice is clear and helpful, like a cool summer breeze. Stanley's also the wisdom giver around here. He's seen everything, and people listen when he talks, even if they're grumpy. He can be super motivating, like a really funny motivational speaker. He keeps things interesting by making you laugh while he gives advice. Just like many actors of his time, Dolph Sweet began his career on the stage. Though a college graduate, he left teaching to pursue acting full-time. Unlike the historical dramas and comedies you might expect from a Yale man, Dolph found success playing tough characters. Before becoming a sitcom star on Gimme a Break, Dolph had memorable roles in movies like Spartacus and When Worlds Collide. He even appeared on shows like Hogan's Heroes. After a long and successful career spanning over 4 decades, Dolph decided to retire from acting following his time on Gimme a Break. Grandpa Stanley Kiniski played by John Hoyt when he was 78 years old. Sadly, he died of lung cancer 3 weeks before his 86th birthday in Santa Cruz, California. Number 7. Joey Lawrence as Joey Donovan. Joey Donovan is the life of the party. Nothing boring ever happens around him. He's always on the hunt for some adventure, just like a young Indiana Jones. He and Nell Harper are super close, kind of like a mentor and a troublemaker all in one. He fits right in with the Kiniskis. They're practically family already. Sure, Joey can be a bit mischievous and wants some independence, but he's always there for his friends. Even if he's the one who just played a prank on you, you know you can count on him. Nell sees a bit of herself in Joey. He reminds her of her past and makes her want to have a close family of her own. He's like a walking reminder that family isn't just about blood relatives, but about the people you choose to be close to. Joey Lawrence was a major player in the 90s teen sitcom scene. Remember Whoa? That was him on the show Blossom, where he played the lovable but not-so-bright Joey Russo. He was a huge hit with teenagers, especially girls. This popularity launched him into a singing career. Remember his album? And another sitcom with his real-life brothers, Brotherly Love. Unfortunately, things slowed down after that. He made some TV movies, but nothing that really grabbed attention. But Joey's not a quitter. In the 2000s, he showed his acting chops in a serious drama called American Dreams. Then he blew everyone away with his fancy footwork on Dancing with the Stars, even landing in the top 3. This reignited interest in him, and he landed some successful TV movies and a fun sitcom called Melissa and Joey, proving he can still charm audiences of all ages. So, that's the story of Joey Lawrence, teen heartthrob, dancing star, and all-around Hollywood survivor. Joey Donovan played by Joey Lawrence when he was 7 years old, and now he is 48 years old. Number 8. Telma Hopkins as Addie Wilson. Addie Wilson is the epitome of strength, independence, and unconditional love. She's a vivacious woman with a heart of gold, serving as a guiding light for her son Joey and a steadfast support for her best friend, Nell Harper. Joey Donovan, Nell's surrogate nephew, is truly lucky to have Addie as his mom. She's more than just a mother, she's a powerhouse. A role model of resilience, Addie tackles life's challenges head-on, like a fearless warrior. In a world full of chaos, having Addie in your corner is like having your very own superhero. What's even more special is that Addie isn't just an amazing mom, she's also the best friend anyone could ask for. Her friendship with Nell is a shining example of the power of female bonds. They're inseparable, sharing secrets, dreams, and plenty of laughs. Their close-knit relationship highlights the strength of women supporting each other through life's ups and downs. Telma Hopkins is a veteran actress who has been gracing our screens for years. Her career kicked off in the late 70s, where she landed roles in various sitcoms like A New Kind of Family and Bosom Buddies. She also appeared in the historical miniseries Roots: The Next Generations. Telma wasn't limited to just television, though. She also took on film roles, including the science fiction flick Trancers and its sequels. But she always seemed to find her way back to TV, appearing in shows like Rock and Roll Mom and the medical drama Vital Signs. The 90s saw Telma continue to act in both films, like the comedy The Love Guru and television shows, including the popular Disney Channel series KC Undercover. Telma Hopkins's career is a testament to her talent and versatility. She's brought her acting chops to everything from sitcoms to sci-fi films, and continues to entertain audiences today. Addie Wilson, played by Telma Hopkins when she was 35 years old, and now she is 76 years old. Number 10. Matthew Lawrence as Matthew Donovan Bernie Mac played Uncle Bernie, and let me tell you, he brought the laughs. His jokes were quick and clever, and he always knew how to time them perfectly. He definitely lightened the mood on the show. But Uncle Bernie wasn't just a funny guy. He was also super protective of his family, especially his niece, Moshe. He always had good advice for her and would stick up for her no matter what. And let's not forget his funny quirks. Remember how he'd use a baseball bat for everything? Or how he'd pat people down like Batman? Those little things made Uncle Bernie a character you just couldn't forget. Matthew Lawrence practically grew up in the spotlight. The middle brother of acting siblings Joey and Andrew Lawrence, Matthew started young, tagging along with his mom and older brother to auditions in New York City at the ripe age of 3. The family even adopted Lawrence as their stage name, and it wasn't long before Matthew, known as Matty to his loved ones, landed his first gigs, 2 national commercials by the age of 4. Seeing his brother's success definitely fueled Matthew's passion for acting. The family eventually moved to Los Angeles to pursue their careers full-time. While Matthew excelled in science at school, Hollywood beckoned. He landed his breakout role as Jack Hunter on the beloved sitcom Boy Meets World in 1993. The same year he appeared alongside Robin Williams and Sally Field in the hit movie Mrs. Doubtfire. Matthew's career continued to flourish. He starred in movies like The Hot Chick and appeared on popular shows like CSI Miami. He even reprised his role as Jack Hunter in the spin-off series Girl Meets World in 2014. Today, Matthew Lawrence is a well-established actor who has carved his own path in Hollywood. From his early days as a child star to his diverse filmography, he's proven his talent and dedication to the craft. Matthew Donovan played by Matthew Lawrence when he was 6 years old, and now he is 44 years old. Number 11. Rosetta LeNoire as Maybelle Mama. Harper Nell's mom, Mama Maybelle, showed up in season 4, and let's just say she's not all sunshine and rainbows. She's a tough cookie, always telling it straight and not afraid to criticize. Nell, who's a lot more fun-loving, might clash with her sometimes. Mama Maybelle doesn't hold back what she thinks. She's got strong opinions and isn't afraid to voice them. Having her around definitely adds some spice to the family dynamic on the show. Short and sassy, Rosetta LeNoire was a senior citizen before America discovered her allure through her appearances as Nell Carter's mother on the NBC sitcom Gimme a Break in the 1980s and as Mother Winslow on Family Matters in the 90s. But truth be told, LeNoire was not just a Broadway veteran. She had danced with her godfather Bill Bojangles Robinson, had done experimental TV in the 40s, had founded a respected theater company, and so loved to perform that she would perform Shakespeare at a convalescent home, if that were her only venue. Former President Bill Clinton presented her with the National Medal of the Arts in 1999. Appeared in the movies Moscow on the Hudson, Brewster's Millions, and the television series Family Matters, in which she played the role of Estelle Mother Winslow. In 1968, she used her own money to found the AMAS Repertory Theater Company. This wasn't your typical theater company. It was all about creating a space where actors of all races and backgrounds could shine. LeNoire was a trailblazer, and her work was recognized by the Actors Equity Association with an award named in her honor, the Rosetta LeNoire Award. AMAS wasn't just a place to perform, it was a nurturing community. This theater, which continues today as AMAS Musical Theater, has produced over 60 original musicals, some even making it to Broadway. LeNoire's legacy lives on, proving that diversity and inclusion are essential for a thriving artistic world. Maybelle Mama Harper was played by Rosetta LeNoire when he was 74 years old. Sadly, on March 17, 2002, LeNoire died at Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck, New Jersey of complications from diabetes, but an article in TV Guide reported that she died of pneumonia. She was 90. Number 12. Jonathan Silverman as Jonathan Maxwell. Jonathan's obsessed with digging up the past, literally. He's an archaeology student who loves uncovering ancient mysteries. He's super curious and dedicated to his studies, which makes him a really interesting character. We first meet Jonathan as a pizza delivery guy, but he grows up a lot over the show. By season 5, he's married to Julie. Lucky guy. He becomes more responsible, open-minded, and sometimes even a little sarcastic. When Chief Kaniski passes away, Jonathan steps up to be the man of the house. He takes great care of Julie and their new baby, showing he's a reliable and committed guy. After gaining notoriety on Broadway and in films based on various incarnations of the works of American playwright Neil Simon, actor Jonathan Silverman built up a respectable resume in movies and on television. He essayed the role of Eugene Jerome, a character he initially played on Broadway, in Simon's Brighton Beach Memoirs, his first lead in a feature film. Always affable and possessing an everyman quality, Silverman seamlessly transitioned between Neil Simon's surrogate to comedic leading man and back again throughout his busy career. Jonathan Maxwell was played by Jonathan Silverman when he was 18 years old, and now he is 57 years old. Number 13. Rosie O'Donnell as Maggie O'Brien. Maggie O'Brien is Nell's neighbor in New York, and let's just say she's a character. She cleans teeth for a living as a dental hygienist, but sometimes things go in one ear and out the other for her. Maggie's definitely got a few quirks, and her way of seeing the world is one of a kind. She cracks everyone up with her funny ideas and unique perspective. But even though she can be a bit of a space cadet, Maggie's got a good heart. She's a true friend to Nell and always there for her neighbors. Outspoken comedian Rosie O'Donnell first made a name for herself with her Long Island accented stand-up and later as the affable star of films and, most notably, her popular daytime television talk show, The Rosie O'Donnell Show. Just before leaving her cushy TV gig, the comic came out of the closet, revealing both her homosexuality and a whole other side to her Queen of Nice personality. Taking on everything from the NRA to the President of the United States to the government of the Bahamas, O'Donnell let the fur fly, speaking her mind as she had always done, only this time without the restrictions of her talk show persona. Fans delighted when O'Donnell returned to daytime television on The View in 2006, resulting in skyrocketing ratings immediately upon her arrival. After a single stormy season on The View, encompassing an escalating war of words with media-loving tycoon Donald Trump and culminating with an on-air dust-up with co-host Elizabeth Hasselbeck, O'Donnell departed the show abruptly in April of 2007. In the years following her exit from The View, O'Donnell published a tell-all memoir Celebrity Detox, continued her popular video blog, Jahiro on her Rosie.com website, and hosted Rosie Radio on Sirius XM satellite radio. Unceasingly passionate, always opinionated, and frequently controversial, O'Donnell never failed to both inspire and irritate the public at large. Maggie O'Brien was played by Rosie O'Donnell when she was 24 years old, and now she is 62 years old. Number 14. Pete Shrum as Uncle Ed Kaniski. Attending Catholic school, Pete Shrum realized that he wanted to be an actor. Peter started doing play acting and drama all over the place. He was enthused to work and loved doing stage. He and lifelong friends vowed to become actors one day. Peter was the only one to uphold the promise. Every so often, he would be out of work and laugh about some of his characters. Most memorable for playing the shotgun-firing bartender, Lloyd, in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Shrum took up the job of the Coca-Cola Santa Claus, then stopped working for years. His last film, The Man Who Wasn't There, was Joel Coen's The Man Who Wasn't There. Uncle Ed Kaniski was played by Pete Shrum when he was 48 years old. Sadly, Shrum died from a heart attack on February 17, 2003, aged 68, in Prescott, Arizona. We really loved the cast of Gimme a Break. Who was your favorite character and why? Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment below with your favorite memories of the show, and share it with your friends who might remember it too. Don't forget to subscribe for more dives into classic TV shows. See you on the next video.